They win the presidential award. The next thing you know, you're a leader. In that position, what we're trying to do is get them to be able to share with other teachers what good leadership is all about. And in order to do that, we're going to expose them to some of the best and brightest scientists, the newest discoveries in mathematics and science, a lot of educational research. When they go back, they have gained a lot of information that they would not have had before. They're called upon to do a lot of things. We want them to experience what it's like to be a true leader, what it's like to be an exemplary teacher, so they can go back and share that with the other teachers in their districts.
When I postmarked that envelope, that whole process that I went through, I felt no matter what happens now, I'm a better teacher because of this.
The process of examining my own teaching and looking at what I do and how I interact with students was one of the best professional development things I've ever done. It was galvanizing.
I absolutely think the process made me a better teacher. Just taking the time to reflect on what I do every day and why I do it, and how important it is to take the time and think about the lessons that I teach and the kids and how they react to it. It forces you to grow.
It's a rigorous process that allows you to do a lot of reflection and revision in your teaching, and therefore it applies to other areas and can only impact your children in a positive way.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but when you go through it, you learn an awful lot about yourself as a teacher.
These assessment questions in the application process I apply to my daily teaching skills or lessons that I teach every day.
11 years ago, I found out about this award, and I thought to myself, I'm going to win this thing. Well, I didn't win. And then over the last 5 times of applying, it has just taught me so much about teaching.
It's really pushed me to think about a lot of things that I do and how that could also serve, new and upcoming teachers.
My students have been able to benefit from that, from me going through this process. They're the ones who've gained most.
We're here this week to honor ourselves and be excited about it all, but when we get back, there's a responsibility too to, provide more professional development for teachers, to work with new teachers in mathematics and science.
I'm very excited to get these new teaching strategies out to the entire state, not just to my town in Caldwell, Idaho, but to the entire state for teachers all over Idaho.
I hope I make a difference by encouraging other teachers in their craft. I hope that I go back and give a little bit of the knowledge that I get from the staff development we get here. I hope I go back and give a little bit of encouragement to the teachers who've been working really hard and haven't gotten the recognition that they deserve.
I'm hoping this recognition and this award can help validate that, she probably is a good resource.
I hope someone asks me, what can you do for us? So I can say, a lot. And, be there to help out. Like, where would you like me?
Because I have won this award, it will give me the opportunity to encourage other teachers to continue doing what they do and to continue to do it well.
There's so much that's part of our society that's based on science. It doesn't seem that way on the surface, but so many of the things that we rely on in our society, the technology that has been developed, is all science-based. And every indication is that that's going to continue. And as a society, the less literate we are in the areas of science and math, the more difficulty we're going to have to maintain what we've come to know as America.
The kids need to know math is going to be there all the time. And I know now that there's more programs geared towards having the kids learn about using math in everyday life, making the math apply to them in everyday life. And I think that's where everybody has to take it.
We're really teaching kids to think, and we're teaching kids a process, because a lot of the problems that they're going to face in their lifetime, they don't exist yet. Those problems don't even exist, and so if we don't teach them a process of how to solve problems and how to analyze and look at things, then they won't be equipped to solve those problems.
Science is a verb. It is not a noun. And you have to do science. You have to get in there and get dirty and touch and feel and make and do.
Science is fun, that it's not just all reading a book and answering questions, that kids can be involved, and if they are involved, they can be successful, they can learn, they can enjoy it.
It's important to me that I make connections, that my children know this is why you learn this. It's not just something factual, but you're going to use it, and you're already using it every day. So why not use it with understanding and correctly?
My role is to help them be able to find the resources and to be able to believe that there's really no limitation in what they can learn if they're excited about something. I'm their facilitator.
If they can see the connections between math and the real world, between math and the job they're going to have, between math and the cooking that they're going to do, math and construction they're going to do, all of those things, are so important that they can make those connections early and then follow on as they continue through their education.
This is the top honor that a math or science teacher can receive in the United States. To have the President of the United States say, "Thank you, you've done a good job. I'm proud of you. Thank you."
Just knowing that the President is honoring teachers in education and honoring them, especially in math and science, is very rewarding. I think not just for me as a classroom teacher, but for education in math and science.
Great and very meaningful. It just feels like one of the things I think as an older teacher that you are concerned about is you don't want to be the last one to know that you shouldn't be in the classroom anymore. And this kind of says, hey, you still got it.
Being given the award, being congratulated on it, will be a pretty transcending experience.
My heart will probably race, and I will feel so validated and honored that what I do makes a difference, and that what I love to do makes a difference.
I'm going to be thinking about the last 20 years that I've had with my kids and all of the professional development that I've had and why I got into this. And I'll be thinking, yeah, attaboy, it's worth it. I'm so excited and so honored and so privileged to be here.
For me, I've worked a lot of years. I've taught a lot of years. And this is the proudest moment of my life.